Alright guys, so here are all of my palettes. I have some right here, which, I mean, it doesn't look a lot, but I don't use a lot of these, so I am going to be doing a declutter and just get rid of some of these palettes that I don't use anymore. So let's go ahead and get started. So and while I decide what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to get rid of, I will be putting them back into the drawers just because it will be easier for me. Don't mind the puppy. Go downstairs. Oh, really? The boys are going to be here in a little bit. Go! Get! So I received this one in a boxy charm, and I've never used it, and the colors look really pretty, but I mean, I have so much more with similar colors, so I'm just gonna get rid of this one. This one here is the Violet Voss Essentials, which I also got from a boxy charm, and I do believe that this is like one of my favorite. Oh no. So this is what it looks like. And to be honest, this is a really good palette. I have all of the Anastasia palettes, which I am going to keep because they're one of my favorite palettes that I own. So I will be keeping all of the Anastasia palettes. And if you haven't already seen, I do have videos of eyeshadow looks that I've been doing with each Anastasia palette that I have. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and go and check out my videos. I also have these ones from Anastasia, which is the Nirvana collection. I have the orange one, which is volume 3, volume 2, and a volume 1, which I will be doing a look with these as well, so I will be keeping these. Here's some more of my Anastasia ones, and I am just putting them in here like that. I also have the Too Faced chocolate palette, as well as the Too Faced peach palette, and these ones were one of my first palettes that I owned when I first started doing makeup, which I actually like these, and I want to get more use out of them, so I'm going to keep these. I also have this Born to Run Urban Decay palette, which this is like one of my all-time favorite palettes, just because it is just so, the colors are just so beautiful. And if you were seeing this one here from Violet Voss, I mean, it's very similar, and so there's no reason for me to keep something that I have the same colors of. So I will be keeping this one here. see. I also have this one from what is this? The Dominic um Cosmetics, which I actually love her palettes. Her eyeshadows are just so wonderful to work with. So I have this one and the Latte palette, which is like look at those colors. They're just so beautiful. So I'm going to keep the both of these. I also have this one from Ace Beauty that I also got from a BoxyCharm. And I think I'm going to get rid of this one because, I mean, I already have this similar colors to this. So there's no need for me to keep something that I can get from any of these other palettes. I also have these Lorac palettes, which I love Lorac, and I'm so sad that they you can only find them now in Kohl's, but they're like, you can see that I've used a lot of these, and they're just so beautiful. The pigments are beautiful, so I'm going to keep all of these as well. I also have some of ColourPop. I have Honey, as well as Orange You Glad and California Love, as well as this one, which is Double Entendre palette, which I've used in a tutorial before. I also have Cute AF, which looks like this. So, I mean, this one is kind of similar to that Ace Beauty, and I love ColourPop shadows. I'm going to keep all of these. I actually keep these on my vanity because they're just so vibrant, the yellow and orange, and I just love how colorful they are. I also have some of Tarte. I have this one here, which is Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. I also got this from a BoxyCharm, which I love these palettes here because I'm able to take them with me traveling. So I do want to keep these. I also have the Violet Boss Like a Boss palette, which looks like this, which is gorgeous. I actually love this palette a lot. So yeah. I also have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection here, which I've done a makeup tutorial using all of these eyeshadow palettes. So I am going to keep these because, you know, they just are part of my collection. So I do have a couple of Morphe palettes. Actually, I have quite a bit. Let's see. So I have this little one here, which is the Jewel Crew 9C palette, which looks like that, which is very pretty. I also have 15D, which looks like this, and this one is like, I think it's, oh no, there is some shimmers in that, but it looks pretty quite matte. But I've never used these palettes, so I am going to set these aside so that I could use them in an upcoming makeup tutorial. I also have this one, which is Baked Browns, which is one of my favorite palettes. I got to this one in a BoxyCharm box, and I actually really like this one. This is like my everyday palette, so I'm going to keep this one as well. I have the Urban Decay Electric palette, which is very colorful. There you go. I like this one especially for like the Halloween, during Halloween, because I'm able to like do colorful looks and stuff. But you know, that's once a year, so I think I'm actually gonna get rid of it. Because I just heard I don't really use any of these colors. I also have two of ColourPop like build it your own palettes, which I got last summer. So here's the first one, and here is the second one, which I really like, and I can't wait to use these. So I'm going to keep them. I have the one from Lawless. This is a like vegan, it's a clean makeup brand from Sephora, and I actually really like this palette, so I am going to keep this one. So I have this Morphe palette, which is 35V, which looks like that, and you can tell that I, haven't even touched these palettes, most of these Morphe palettes, so I'm going to keep, I think, pretty much all of them, just so I can do a makeup tutorial with them. And then I have 3502, which looks like that. And then I have Morphe 35OS, which looks like this. And then I have some of the bigger ones, which is the Grand Glam palette. I have the James Charles palette. I have the Artistry palette. Artistry palette, which looks like this. And as well as I have the Artistry palette 39A, and then I have Artistry palette 39S, which looks like that, which is more purples. And then I have 35M. Oh my gosh. Which looks like this. Has some greens in there, purples. Then I have the original Jaclyn Hill palette. I have the 35G Bronze Gold and the Morphe Jeffree Star palette. And these ones are 35OM, 35F, and 35R. So as of right now, I am only getting rid of 4 palettes, but I might go through these one by one, a little bit more deep into like swatching all the colors and see what I have and what I don't have. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.